We are live in the AJ Mafioso Dome. He is the man. He is the king. He is the daytime of sports debate. He is the godfather of great sportsmanship. He is the one, the only. Kiss his ring. He is AJ Bokine.
What an intro, man! We haven't been on the air for a while. What an intro!
That's because you've been skipping out, been
No,
slacking.
it's because you've been desperate for guests. That's why. No, I'm kidding. I'm
You're the
kidding.
only guest I need, AJ.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We got a big time show today. We got Western Conference Finals are almost set. We got uh, Eastern Conference Finals
You're talking
are,
NBA.
are almost set as well. So we got big time show. We got the Salts on the brink. So yeah, so it's good. It's good. It's good.
And last night was a big schedule reveal.
Yeah, big schedule reveal for the NFL. You know, sadly, Jack, I haven't even looked at the schedule yet, but I will look at the schedule as a Packer fan. So,
Sadly. Listen to this. This is crazy. The schedule's annual release is more than just an announcement. This is. Hang on a second. I just lost it. The year. Social media interest in the NFL's annual schedule release exceeds that of the NBA and the NHL playoffs.
that's insane.
Can you imagine? Imagine the opposite. Posting about another sport while an NFL playoff game is live. Unthinkable. Don't you think?
Yeah, it's crazy.
The NFL,
The Packers released a freaking hype video.
everybody does. That's no biggie. The NFL owns the entire calendar. Do you agree?
I agree, man. I said I agree. I'm a big NFL fan. You know me. I'm a season ticket holder. But I love it. I love it. It's great. It's great. Anytime we can talk a little J Love, a little Jaden Reed, we're fine. So, it's all good. It's all good.
So, where do you want to start? Do you have anything to say about? Do you want to hear the what are the
All I know is Packers Eagles is November 10th on Sunday Night Football.
yeah, okay, here this is
In,
Bleacher Report,
in
okay?
Green Bay, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Uh the Green Bay Packers 20 they have for each team projected one-loss records, okay?
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
for the Packers 2024 11-6. In 2024, the Packers struggled mightily within their division, going 1-5. Can you believe that?
That was
Against
awful.
NFC North opponents. Now, I think there was one of us between you and your dad and me who said the Packers would not win the division. I can't remember. Oh yeah, that was me who said that. Um, in
That
the
was
second
you, yeah.
half, the Packers lean on Josh Jacobs in their ground game. They may start the upcoming term with that game and allow quarterback to find his rhythm with opposing defenses loading the box.
Yeah.
Though Christian Watson is recovering from a torn ACL, Green Bay has the potential to produce explosive plays with the addition of rookie first round wide receiver Matthew Golden, who averaged 17 yards per catch at Texas last year.
Yeah.
Jeff Hatley had a strong first year as the team's defensive coordinator, fielding a unit that ranked in the top six in points and yards allowed. Despite cornerback Jerry Alexander's uncertain future, the Packers' defense will remain stout. Alexander missed 10 games in 23 and 24.
Yep.
New cornerback Nate Hobbs is a feisty defender in the slot who can also line up on the boundary if necessary. The Packers will top their 2024 win total with a better in-division record. 2025 projection: 12-5 NFC North division winner.
I love it. I love it.
Do you think that's accurate, or are you just talking like a fan?
Light the lamp, baby. I'll take that all day long.
All right.
I'll take that. You give me that. You give me that'll give you a that would I would think that would give you a top three seed in the playoffs if that comes to fruition. But I, also let's not forget that you got Malik Willis for a full season now.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully, he
if
doesn't ever see the field, though.
no, I know, but if something would happen, I feel more comfortable now than I did last going into last year. So
All right.
I love
Now,
it.
hang on. Detroit Lions. 2024 record 15-2. 2025 projection by Bleacher Report. Do you have any? Do you want to guess?
11-6.
9-8.
Those two, they, you know what that means? They put stock in those two coordinators. That
Yep, yep, huge. And then they have a brutally tough road schedule this year. Outside the division, they will play 5 of their 6 away games against playoff teams from the previous season. So let's see what they have for everybody's darling, the Chicago Bears. Let's see what they say.
10-7.
Hang on, Smarty. Let's see. All right, Bears. They were 5-12. Yep, 10-7 exactly. What do you think?
I like it. I like Ben Johnson. I don't like him as trashy as Tugs, but I like Ben Johnson as a coordinator and play caller for them. I like the run game they have, but it's gonna have to be they're gonna have to be led by their defense. So I think second year Caleb Williams seems much better, but I still think he's gonna get a quick. He's gonna work on his release a little bit. I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
They hired Dennis Allen to be the defensive coordinator. Did you know that?
Yeah. Dennis Allen of the Saints.
Yep. Okay.
I think.
Let's see. Go ahead.
I think there were 2 stories that were overshadowed by the schedule release, though.
In the NFL or other sports?
In the NFL.
Okay, go ahead. Hold on. You do that, and I'm going to find the Vikings. We'll do that after you say it. What are the stories we missed, AJ?
Derek Carr's retirement.
Mm-hmm.
And the signing of Derrick Henry for the Baltimore Ravens. He signed another extension for them.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know he had a sign extension. I thought he was all signed up.
He signed a lucrative extension, they said.
Oh, good. Well, what do you think about those 2 stories?
I love Derek, and I love both Derek. I have mad respect for Derek Carr, but I'm very sad that he had to retire because I think he could have been really good in New Orleans. But I saw him go down with the first shoulder injury last year, and I kind of knew that was it. So
he has made like just short of $200 million in his NFL career, the 4th highest total of anyone ever.
And he's been hurt a lot.
Yep. And he had by retiring, he doesn't get an additional $30 million.
Yeah. Well, in his first day of retirement, I don't know if you saw this, Jack. There was a video out there. He was golfing on his first day of retirement, so he looked pretty comfortable in his new role as a dad and a father. So it was good.
Good. All right. Let's go back to a team record. Do you want to guess what the Vikings, the other NFC North rival, what they're projected? These are just projections by the Bleacher Report, but interesting.
9-8.
8-9.
8-9. So notice this. Everybody taking a step backwards, huh?
Yeah. I think their coach is really good.
O'Connell. I have mad respect for him. What he's done with all those different quarterbacks, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. Did you know that J.J. McCarthy, the punk from Michigan, had to have 2 surgeries on his knee to repair it?
2?
Yeah.
Well, that means he won't be running as much.
We'll see.
Besides for his life.
Yeah. Any other teams that you're interested in a projection?
I'm gonna say Philly.
Philly, hang on. I'm coming. Hold on. Oh, here. All right. Do you want me to just go right to the? Do you want to guess what the projection?
10-6, 10-7.
No, better than that.
No.
12-5. They project them to win the NFC East.
Same as the Packers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Should we get to the playoffs now, or you got more?
Hang on, one last. I want to go to a team that surprised me, Washington Reds, Commanders. I'm just curious. 2025 projection 10-7. Okay, all right. Go to the playoffs. NBA playoffs.
Anthony Edwards, man, dude closed it out on the other night, and they're gonna be really good, really tough out. You know what's interesting, Jack?
Hmm.
We got potentially Knicks, Pacers, Wolves, um, Wolves. I'm trying to think. Wolves,
Wolves and Thunder.
Thunder. So you got new teams, you know, that people don't get to see a lot. They, I mean, they don't put the Pacers on a lot of national TV games. With all due respect to Tyrese Halliburton,
Do you think that they're good?
I think their style is good for the personnel they have. If that makes sense. I think they play a good style for the personnel they have. I
Okay.
think they're a good team. Oh, they're a good team. And I'm interested to see. Did you see the lottery last night? Oh,
No.
2 nights ago. 2 nights
Mm-mm.
ago,
Nope.
Dallas got the number one pick.
That I heard.
So I'm interested to see what they do because
What do you
they
mean?
were
What they do?
well, they were a playing team last year, and then you add the number one pick, whoever that may be, and then you add, you know, you add what I'm interested in see how much better they are because now they'll be healthy. Last year they were down to like 8 players at one point, so I'm interested to see what they do with a full offseason.
Okay. Do
But
you think?
go ahead.
Do you think that it was fixed?
Yeah, I do. I do.
You do.
I do. I I'm gonna say this. And I'm a big NBA fan, but you knew once they lost Luca in a trade that there's no way they were gonna come out of there empty-handed, shall we say?
What do you mean? Why? Why should they give you rewarded for making a trade?
Because can you imagine if one of the biggest markets in the league, Dallas isn't a big market by any stretch, but
It is. It's a huge
it
market.
it's a huge market. Can you imagine if they were terrible for another year? How much
Well,
that fan base would turn on the with Cuban too? He's still let's not forget he's still a minority owner.
yeah.
So I'm just saying, for them to get Cooper Flag, and I've seen Cooper Flag play, he's really good. Um, has a chance to be special with a few years in the league. But I just think I think there's a lot of underrated pieces in this year's draft too. Um, I think there's a lot of underrated pieces that people aren't talking about.
Hmm.
But I think what would have been really cool is if San Antonio got the number one pick again. That would have been cool
Why?
because I
Why
want
do
to
you
see
want
it
to punish Charlotte?
because Jordan was a trash owner.
What's that?
Well, because why do I want to punish Charlotte?
Yeah.
Because of the Ball brothers. I don't like them,
Ugh.
but that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. You know, that's just me. And
You're,
they got Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball, which if they stay healthy can be a lethal combination. So,
who else? What about the Utah Jazz? What do you have against them?
nothing, nothing. It's just
I
Utah.
I have something against the Utah Jazz, and it has nothing to do with the team itself. they it's one of the dumbest names for a team in the history of sports.
You know
To
what? You know why they're the Utah Jazz, right?
I do know that they were the
Because
New
they
Orleans
started in New
Jazz,
Orleans and
which was made
it
perfect
made
sense.
sense. They should be like the Utah Mountaineers or something like that.
No kidding.
Now
You
that they
think?
got now that they got all those mountains in the background,
Why would they keep the Jazz in Utah?
because it's like Ron Burgundy said, it's Yaz food.
It's
No, I'm kidding.
they
I don't know.
they deserve to be cursed.
It doesn't make any sense.
Were they just too cheap to change the name?
I guess so. I guess so.
Ah,
Yeah,
terrible.
it's terrible. So yes. So
All right, well, let's keep on the playoffs thing. You went to the draft, which is
so
fine. Um, what about the Celtics and Knicks? Celtics won big last night.
but it was in Boston, right?
So what?
So I think that's a moment of pride. I think they're gonna run out of steam when they get back to New York.
They won by 22.
I understand that, but that that comes with a. It's kind of a rallying cry losing somebody like Jason Tatum. You know,
So it's
I I think it's gonna be over in New York, but I think the Knicks win by 6.
by 6. That's a pretty close game.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
think the Knicks win by 6. I think Jalen didn't have the greatest game on on the other night, and
Hmm.
there's no way you're gonna get a 6 block game out of Luke Cornett again. That was a very underrated game for them. But here's my question, Jack:
Okay.
is this the last we see of Al Horford in the Boston Celtics uniform?
Yes.
I believe so too. What talk about what a career! The man has 2 national championships. He's now played 18. He's now played 18 years for for in the league. What a career! And let's not forget he played for Bud.
Al Horford has looked old since he was 25.
I understand that. You mean physically old, like or 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 just or
He looks
just
old. He looks like an old man running around. Oh, he's looked like that for 12 years.
he does he does he, you know what he looks like, with all due respect, he looks like a guy in the Y who's just gonna get buckets on you until he's about
Right.
55.
Right. Exactly right. Here he is, big stud in college, great athlete. I was like, I saw him in the pros. I go, what the hell happened to that old man? What is going on? It's like he
Right,
took an aging drug. Um,
right,
yeah,
right.
he's had a stellar career, no doubt about it. Hey, what about who else isn't going to be a Celtic anymore?
Cool.
Drew.
No, he signed a contract.
So what? They're getting rid of him. His salary's too high. He's 35.
Bring him back.
You heard
I
it
want
here.
I want Drew, Dave, and Giannis. Bring them all back. Let's have a party. Bring them all back. Why not?
I'd love to have Drew Holiday back.
He's just a great freaking human. Sorry, he's just a great human being. He's just
No,
a he's a
he's a great
great,
human being, but he's a great player too.
yeah. And I loved him since he was at UCLA, so it's good.
You're an old man. You and Al Horford, if you remember that far back.
Do you remember
You're
the
you're the Al
that was
Horford
Drew
of the
Holiday?
sports
That was
mafia.
Drew Holiday before he had hair, before he had dread. It's like young Drew Holiday. It was cool. It was cool.
Okay, so you're picking the Knicks over the Celtics tomorrow night.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, what about the Nuggets and the Thunder?
Thunder up, thunder up. Give me Shea. Give me Chet. Give me Jalen. Both Jalen Williamses. It's great.
Okay, so your semis are Pacers, Knicks,
Yes,
Thunder, Wolves, Twelves.
yes,
Who
yes.
is who's going to be in the finals? I'm not asking who's going to win it all. Who's going to be in the finals?
Wolves Pacers.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real?
yeah. You know, because you know how much the NBA would hate that.
Well,
They would
they,
hate that.
well
They would hate that.
they'd hate Minnesota's a bigger market than Oklahoma City.
Plus, they got A-Rod as owner now, so that's all good.
A-Rad's a dick.
I know, but you said it. They got. Well, I'm saying they got more notoriety because their owner's more recognizable now.
It's just a bigger TV market.
It is. It is.
It's a lot
And
bigger.
they got a young. Yeah. Well, if you have Pacers Wolves, you got 2 young marketable stars who are.
Who?
Yeah, Tyrese and Wood and Anthony.
Tyrese is not marketable. He's a jag, and his dad is too.
Well, I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's all I'm trying to do here is support what I'm about to see, or what I could see.
Okay. Who do you want to be in the finals?
Thunder, Knicks.
That wouldn't be bad. Thunder Knicks to watch.
No, no. I want the Thunder to be here because I think Sam Presti is a genius.
He's been there a long time.
He's got a gazillion picks, and you never see him on TV.
He's done a lot of trades over the years. He traded the big turd James Harden.
Traded all three of them. Let's not forget.
Durant he didn't trade out. He signed as a free agent with Golden State.
Yeah, but still got a haul for Russell and
Yep.
Harden.
Yep. And those were good ones to get rid of.
Yeah, at the right time too.
Yep.
It's timing. Trades are all in timing. One is your key to health. One is two is do you want to be there, and three is this going to help us build a franchise? There are three steps to a successful trade, so it's all good.
Okay.
I heard a rumor
Uh-oh.
on the street
When were you on the street?
from none other than Stephen A.
I can't see your head, H.
From none other than Stephen A.
Better.
Right?
Yeah.
It said Giannis to San Antonio. I don't know how they pull it off. I know we might get Stefan Castle in the deal if that happens, which would be kind of big. But we get a lot younger if that would happen. We get a lot of young pieces. So that's the rumor I heard.
The rumor I heard was to Oklahoma City for SGA and somebody else.
Really?
Mhm.
I would dance for that one.
Would you?
You give me
Is it a
SGA?
done deal? Is it a done deal that he's getting traded this offseason?
No, but I'm saying I would dance for that. I would if you gave me that trade,
Mhm.
I would applaud it.
Okay.
But it's not a done deal, and I hope he doesn't get traded. That's just me. But
How many? I mean, he's still. It's amazing to me.
he's got a play
Yeah.
option through 28.
I'm not concerned. I wasn't going to ask you that. I'm going to ask you. For him not even to be considered for the MVP this year is crazy.
It's a joke. It's a joke. And
They just have.
don't tell me you get bored with voting for him because
They do.
they do. It's lame, Jack. It's lame. There's a couple other words I could use, but I won't because this is a kid show. So
This is a kid show
no, but I won't.
with all the cussing you do.
I won't because I want to post it on Facebook. So I won't do
Okay.
any more cussing. So.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm so sick of every time a superstar's team doesn't make the finals, they say, "Oh, he's going to want out," and then he's done enough for the city. You know what? The city's done pretty well by him too. You know, it's a two-way street.
That's what.
So,
Did you see what Dwight said, by the way?
who's Dwight?
Howard.
Oh no,
He said, "Don't make the same mistake I did." Basically,
which is
leave Orlando for what he thought was greener pastures.
yeah, he had a rough second half of his career.
He did. He's a good analyst, though, man. I'll tell you
Is he?
He's very good. He was on TNT the other night.
Okay. All right, enough about the NBA. I'm tired of him.
Go ahead. Should we go to the one sport that's in its regular season right now, or should we go to hockey? Where do you want to go?
Whatever you. As always, it's your mafia. You decide.
Let's go to baseball and then we'll go to hockey.
Okay.
So let's go to baseball because baseball, it's not going well. It's just not going well, Jack.
For
your Milwaukee Brewers, it's just not going well. They can't win a game on the road. They're amazingly only 2 games under 500. I can't name 3 of their pitchers on the active roster, and it's just not going well for me, Jack.
AJ.
This was to be expected, but it's not going well.
AJ.
Yep.
On top of all that, Joey O is having a terrible year so far.
Yeah. He's been terrible.
This has been coming for 6 years. They've been dodging this for 6 years.
Band-Aids, Jack. It's been Band-Aids for 6 years.
And finally, our fraudulent, cheap, worst owner in baseball, worse than the Pittsburgh Pirates, because he screwed up a good thing. The Pirates are terrible, but they've been terrible for so long. The Brewers could have been really good. Could have been. Instead, he's done. He's asked the front office to do year after year after year is to
Penny
contend with less and less and less,
penny
which
pinching.
which
Exactly.
is terrible. In the meantime, he buys others. He bought a soccer team or something, some stupid shit.
I
He
know.
is. He's he and Euchre were the two-headed monster. Euchre's gone. Now we need to have him out of there.
I know. I know. It's Jack. When Vinny told me that Woodruff got hurt again from ankle tendonitis, I was like, what else could go wrong?
What next? Yeah. How long is he out this time?
I don't know. It's ankle tendonitis. You never know.
Ugh.
He told me that he had a setback in his last rehab start.
Yeah, a setback, all right. His setback was being drafted by the Brewers.
Right, right. I, but you know me, I'll still dig in every night and watch the games because
Are you still watching them?
I still watch them every game.
Well, you're a
Still,
true fan.
well, I
I,
still, well, it's partly my relationship with Vinny, my friendship with Vinny is why I watch him because he's on TV and he breaks it down so well for people to understand.
hmm
I think that's partly why I watch him. Also, I like watching Bryce Torrey individually. He's just very good at baseball, and Jackson makes it very fun to watch baseball games.
Oh, they
So
have some good players. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I think Joey O's defense is outstanding, or has been. I don't know,
yeah.
but I have to admit, I haven't watched more than a few innings all year. There's no reason to.
I know, I know, I know.
I have to say, I'm happily disengaged. Every once in a while, I look up. Oh, they're two under. Oh, they're one under. Oh, they're two under. Oh, they're one under.
It's
They're
like golf. It's like golf, Jack. You're super going backwards.
they're
It's like
very
golf.
they're very very consistent.
Yeah, right, right, right.
And Willie Adames is having a terrible year out in San Fran. So, I mean, but they let those pitchers go. They
Corbin,
trade. Yeah,
Corbin's hurt now,
yeah.
so, so yeah, yeah.
They
Well,
never. Whenever they're when I was growing up, the free agency was brand new, and Sal Bando, before he became a terrible GM, was a good GM. And every year, like the Brewers, the winter meetings were exciting because there was a chance you could get some good players.
right, right.
They
Now
the one
it's
year they signed Larry Heisel, then they traded for Raleigh Fingers. I mean, it was exciting shit going on.
yeah, right,
Now
right.
there's none of that. All
It
the big
doesn't
teams get them.
it doesn't light up the city anymore like it used to.
No, well, how could it?
I understand. I understand. I understand.
And it's not just Milwaukee. There are a lot of cities like that. If you're not L.A. or the Mets or the Yankees, Cubs, they're
You
all
know
big,
what?
huge
You
markets.
know who I like watching?
Hmm.
Detroit.
And they're doing pretty well, aren't they?
They're doing pretty well. Eric Struble, that man on the mound, their ace. Talk about an ace. He was 4-2 with a 2.02 ERA. I like watching good young baseball teams. They're just good. And if by good, I mean teams that have guys under control for a bunch of years because they're
See,
just
and that's it again. You have to. The young teams have to do that. They have to
yeah,
get them under control.
right,
Atlanta's done a good job at it. They'll be back in it.
yeah, yeah.
And they're in a huge market. Atlanta's a huge market.
It is. It,
Seattle's a small market. They have a bunch of young studs. They're doing all right.
right.
I mean, I I don't get it. It's just
Uh,
baseball is killing itself.
yeah,
They're in denial as well. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're
they
right.
got they got a lot of deservedly good press for speeding the game up last year, and that kind of diverted people's attention away from the fact that the divide between the
Bigs and the
rich
small.
teams is
Big,
getting huger and huger and huger.
yeah. Even Houston's struggling this year.
Houston is a huge market.
And this,
Sometimes the owners are just cheap.
yeah, right, right, right. You're right about that. But let's go to your favorite spring sport.
Yep.
Julio hockey.
Ugh. Last night was a tough night.
Was it a tough night, Jeff? Was it?
Oh, it wasn't tough. It was terrible. Game 5, Florida Panthers at Toronto Maple Leafs. Crucial game 5. Game 5 in any series is always pivotal. Pivotal.
Yeah. Was
Game
it
was the
was
series
it
was
two?
2-2
Oh yeah.
before Florida goes on the road and kills, destroys the Maple Leafs 6-1.
Oh geez, that's a big
It was
time
it was
score for him.
it was 2-0 before
Yeah,
you
forty
put
into
your set
one.
you set your soda down in its coaster. It was 2-0.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
It's terrible.
That's rough, man.
Yeah,
That's rough.
yep. So they they go back tomorrow night. They play in Florida, Game 6.
Hmm.
Which if they and here's the thing that bothers me about that one. The starting
What's that?
goalie for Toronto got knocked out of the series in Game 1 with a shot to the head by a Panther. He didn't get penalized and was not suspended. Their number one goalie has been out since that game first game.
Oh jeez. That's rough.
And that player,
With the
I
cheap
think
shot too. With the cheap shot too.
it was a cheap shot. He gave him a forearm to the head as he was skating by.
Oh jeez, that sucks.
So my thing is, if you put a player out and they're injured, you should be out as long as that player is out.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. Especially if it's brutal and blatant.
It's terrible. I don't get that. I don't understand that. Um, but in the East, they're going to Carolina is up on Washington 3-1, so it looks like it'll be Carolina and Florida. Unfortunately, in the West, the Oilers are back. They beat the Vegas Golden Knights, so they're in the it moved on, and
Oh, Canada.
they're Canada's best hope for the Stanley
Connor
Cup.
McDavid.
He's the best right
He
now.
is the best player in the world right now.
He is. He's just unbelievable.
And he's American, correct?
No,
Wait, I thought he was.
nope, no, 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 no. No.
He's,
Mm-mm.
he's Canadian?
Yeah, he won. In fact, when they had a Four Nations playoff, he had the game winner for Canada in overtime against the U.S.
Well, they got him and Sid.
Yeah.
So, oh, man, they're loaded.
Yep.
They're loaded. But I'm happy that Edmonton is good again because
Yep.
it makes makes the world makes the hockey world a better place.
Yep. Yep. So it's going on. It just is amazing that NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. Yet the biggest sports story of the day is the schedule release for the
Release for
NFL.
NFL that they'll break down for the next 6 months.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, AJ, it's that time.
Where's the wisdom time, baby?
It's words of wisdom, AJ's life advice that he has gleaned from the world of sports and refashioned it, remolded it so it's valuable for you in everyday life. What do you have for us, AJ?
Patience, patience today. Good things come to those who wait.
Wait a minute. I've
What?
never interrupted your advice before. Are you
What?
trying to say to Brewers fans to be patient?
No, 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 no,
Okay. All right. Keep going.
no,
I'm sorry to interrupt it.
no, no. So, the last couple of days, um, I've just had a lot of good things happen. Whether it's whether it's personally or professionally, I got an interview with 98.3 out of Milwaukee coming up for just be patient. That's my whole thing. It's not gonna happen overnight, but it seems like ever since this news story broke, that things have been coming together. Um, in a multitude of ways. I won't get into specifics, but it just seems like things have been coming together, and I appreciate everybody. It's just a matter of like being patient with yourself. You know, you may not be in a perfect role at your job, or you may not be in the perfect role at work right now, but or in life, but it'll come. It'll come. You just gotta be patient because it'll come. Uh, as long as you work hard and keep your head down and keep going. Now, if you don't keep going, that's the other option that nobody wants to see,
That's
and
right.
no one wants to hear about either. Once if you just give up, so just keep going, keep your head up, keep pushing, keep believing in yourself, and keep going because it'll all turn out if it's in the cards.
If it's in the cards, and like you said, keep your head up and keep working hard.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a lot of studying of successful people lately, and the one thing I hear over and over and over again is exactly what you're saying, but in a different way.
Yes, sir.
Is yes, you're in a hurry. Yes, you want it to happen fast, but you cannot skip steps.
No, no, you cannot skip steps, and you can't. Jack, we talk about this all the time. You can't do anything on your own. You can do great things. You can. It'll come as like an individual award, but you can't do it on your own. There's always a group of people behind the scenes that believe in you. So,
Hmm.
so just keep believing in yourself. Keep going and keep leaning on your supports because you never know what it's going to lead to. I mean, this radio story, this news story. I get a I got a friend that I met a few weeks ago because of the news story because the person told me in the news, and we've become friends ever since. So it's all good. So just be patient with time and have fun with it. Just enjoy life.
That's right. That's right. All right, AJ, good one.
All right, brother.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
Do the Brewers play today? I'm afraid to ask.
They're playing Minnesota tomorrow.
Uh oh.
Minnesota's won like 8 in a row.
I know. So what's going to happen?
Uh, I'll tell you on Sunday. No,
All
I'm kidding.
right.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
But I'll let it go till Sunday.
Okay. All right, AJ. Great job as always. Good luck.
Thank,
Keep the good things rolling.
yes, yes,
Don't
sir.
skip any steps.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You got it.
That's all. Excuse me. That's all for AJ Bulky.